going on, guys? We're back again with another sneaker review. This time around we have the highly anticipated brand new release of the Off-White collaboration with Nike and the Air Force One mids. Now this shoe is a particularly crazy shoe, so it has a lot going on, especially on the sole as well, with all of its little bits and pieces here and there, its waves. It's not your casual Air Force One mid, that's for sure. You would be highly mistaken if that's what you thought you'd be coming into when it came to the collaboration between Off-White and Nike. But again, this has been a shoe that I have had my eyes on now for a few weeks. I did in fact cop a pair from Supply Store here in Australia. I did actually get the ones out of Sydney, which were shipped to me, thankfully. I did actually try my luck on Nike on sneakers for the black pair, but unfortunately I was a bit out of luck, unfortunately, when it came to the black pair. But I got the white ones, and the white ones were the ones that I originally wanted anyway, because that's I like the whites look nice. So I'm gonna grab the box, we'll have a quick look at these shoes, and I'll give you guys my honest thought and opinions on these. Don't forget to obviously like, subscribe, and let me know your point of view on this shoe down in the comments. But as I said, without further ado, let's grab the box, we'll have a quick suss, and we'll see what we can come up with. So there we have it, guys. We have the Off-White Nike box. So it is a lot different compared to your standard Off-White box, which normally comes in like a brown or a standard kind of box, even ones with holes and stuff like that in it. But this one here, we have bricks. I don't know whether that's in reference to the shoe itself, because the shoe itself is a brick. Even holding this box, there is a fair bit of weight in this box with a pair of shoes, and they can compared to a standard pair of shoes. But as I said, let's jump straight into it. We'll have a quick look what's inside of the box, and then we'll pull the shoe out and we'll go from there. But yeah, so upon inspection, you have your green lining, obviously you have your Off-White with the tick, you have your Off-White paper. There is 2 layers of paper, so obviously there's your blue and then there is a white as well. But there we have it, guys. There is the Off-White Air Force mid. So there we have it. This is the Off-White collaboration with Nike in the Air Force One mid. As I said to you guys, this is a crazy shoe. So obviously we have all the white up top, then we have bits of pink, dark green, and a bit of blue as well, which I will show you guys a close up very shortly, so just keep calm and let the camera roll on. So there is a mixture of obviously greys. There's a few different greys. There's a very light grey on the sole, and then you come around to the strap. For instance, the strap rolls around the side and then comes back into it. You have your grey sock liner as well, which is a nice touch. Again, it kind of flows with what's going on the bottom of the sole. It does have spikes like all over the shoe. As I said, I will show you guys close up shortly, and you will see what I mean by the spikes. Now they are like a rubber, so they're not stiff, they're not hard. I have worn these. I have no intentions on selling the shoe, so I will be wearing this shoe. I did buy A for a collection, 2 to wear, well, to try and wear, that is. As I said, it's a very special shoe. Some have even dubbed it as Virgil Abloh's final masterpiece with Nike. That's yet to be confirmed, as I'm not out here trying to chuck out speculations or anything like that. It's just from what I've read, what I've seen, that's people's thoughts. Whether it's true or not, I'm not too sure, and time will tell whether that is true or if it isn't true. So anyway, so let's go over the shoe itself. So we'll start at the front. So obviously you have all of your spikes. Then on the actual material itself, it kind of looks like a wood grain, to be honest. It's like a nice sleek design. Your toe box is actually clear, so it has obviously meshed up, but if you are going to be wearing this, make sure you're even wearing white socks or a pair of black socks, because yeah, you will see straight through this toe. yeah, obviously we have the classic orange, bright orange tag. We have the orange stitching here as well, which is an off-white thing that they do. We have a transparent Nike tick, which I'm not too sure if you guys can actually see, but I will actually show you guys shortly again. Then on the inside we have the classic off-white print, which it states off-white TM for Nike, Air Force One, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, and then it says C 1982, which is actually the year that the Air Force One was invented, or created I should say. On top you do have a lace tightener. Now that is only for the overlay laces. So the grey laces that run over it have no beneficial reasoning to it. You can take them out if you wish. I probably will, but again, I will see how I feel and time goes on. Then you also have your white laces that run as per normal. So I do like the tongue as well. On the tongue it's got like a bit of a graffiti air with the swoosh underneath of it. So the whole shoe, basically the whole sole I should say, it almost looks melted as such. Like it's just very wavy. Like on the back side here, the whole sole waves up and down. It's not very consistent. And then it just carries on the whole way through here. Even the air bubble itself is on like a bit of a on a wave as such. It's like it's catching a wave into Bondi. Who knows? So I did actually read up that this particular silhouette was actually a part of Nike's mismatch program, which was where they got a bunch of off-cutted shoes and they're just trying to put it all together and just to see what it kind of looks like. Another thing too, if you are planning on trying to cut off these tabs or these little spikes, go for gold. Just keep in mind that there is one brick right here that sticks out on the edge, so good luck trying to get in there and cut that out. I mean, you probably could if you got like a blade or something, but why would you want to destroy such a beautiful shoe? So obviously this shoe also, it hasn't had a lot of hype either, which is quite sad considering what it can be. You know, if you look at any of the previous off-white Air Forces, they're selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. Especially if you're in a bigger size like myself, you will not get a pair cheap at all, unfortunately. Do I think we'll see this particular Air Force reach that margin? I don't think so, unfortunately. I think that was more so, they're a very simple colorway, the silhouettes, the other Air Forces. So let's go on. So as you can see, here is a standard Air Force One compared to the mid. For instance, like there is a lot going on between them. So again, the more simpler it is, obviously the higher the price, and the more sought after it actually is. Where the poor old crazy out there Air Force One, unfortunately, yeah, I don't see it hitting a very high margin. It may. Who am I? Like I can't predict the future, but in my future, I don't see these being very high as such. If you actually look at this in the larger scale of things, there's only 20,040 pairs per colorway release. So in fact there was 40,080 pairs of the off-white Air Force One mids. So that's 20,000 per color, which is ridiculous as well, because we're in a world where there's billions of people. So to only have 20,000 of the white, and in a size 13 on sneakers, I do believe there was like 116 or 160. It was one of those. So that's pretty ridiculous, you know what I mean, for such a high platform to only have like in the hundreds of this. 100, it was like 100 and something. It wasn't many at all. So again, like it wasn't a very hype shoe. I believe Off-White, even after a day after the release, they still had sizes, but they were smaller sizes, obviously, because they won't be able to sell those real fast. So everybody kind of left them Now this shoe, again, as I said, it won't be a resale cop, put it that way. Like, you wouldn't buy this to try and resell it, because you're not going to get what you paid. You may get a little bit over, depending on how much somebody wants that particular shoe, but it is definitely going to be something that either sits in your collection, in the box, if you just try and keep a dead stock or whatnot, and in years to come it may have a bit of a value to it, considering that it is, as I said, from what I've heard, it is the last Virgil Abloh collaboration with Off-White and Nike. As I said, it could be wrong, I'm not too sure, I'm not a professional at this, I am here having fun, trying my best. But again, without further ado, I need you guys a close up of the shoe, and I'll be back. There you have it, guys. That's my honest opinion on the Off-White Air Force 1 mids. Again, would I cop? I'm definitely going to try and get the black ones, because I do want to add it to my collection. Will I wear them that much? I probably won't wear them, but I just want them there to say I have them, because I do like the style of this shoe. I do like it, I really do. But yeah, as I said, so definitely cop again. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
100 racks, you ain't nothing like net pots, well that's a fucking fact. Putting on for my city.